Well, what is going on, you guys? Happy Tuesday. It's December 14th. We're just after noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Thought I'd hop on here, hang out with you guys, do a little midday recap. I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day. So, right now, currently, we got HLBZ popping off on the scanners here. Looks like they came out with the news. Let's see. Yeah, they came out with the news at 8:30 a.m. this morning. Looks like they launched. EMEA division appoints someone to chief executive officer. So anything to get volume into the stock. That's good. 675 runs up to 750, gets halted, reopens just below 8, rips up here to 830s, pulls back, holds 8 as support, and from 8 we rip up to 9. Now it's pushing over 9. Now it's reopening right now at 920s. Let's see what happens here. I could see it definitely pushing up to about 10 bucks. That's a good area. We got to keep in mind though, it's lunch hours right now. So we got HLBZ popping off right now. This could set up later on for an end of day run. We've had a bit of a pretty active market today, I would say. A lot more active than yesterday, for sure. So what stocks did we have pop off today? We had HLBZ just pop off. We had ESSC been popping off all day. A lot of opportunity on this name the last couple days, running from 13 3 days ago. Now it's hitting over 23. That's a nice $10 move on it. Active yesterday from 16 up to 1850s. Now today gets a nice little morning push to that 20 bucks. Pulls back 1750s, and from 1750s all the way up to 2350. Nice. What is that? From 17, that's a nice $6 run. ESSC. What else did we have today? We had AMC having a nice little rebound today. This morning pre-market, it was touching right down at $20. We know that's a nice psychological level, 20. From that, right out of the open, it didn't even look back. From 20s all the way up to 24.50s. So a nice $4.50 run on AMC. So there is opportunity out here. There's a lot more activity as well compared to yesterday. I mean, yesterday was just a snooze fest. I bailed out yesterday, I think it was just before noon, because nothing was really going on. The whole market was just about red. What else we have pop off today? We had ISIG had a real fast snap on it today, right out of the open. From 1750, gets a nice run all the way up to almost 2150. So it's a nice $4 run right there, right out of the open. Then crumbles, falls apart, and now it's pretty much right where it opened up for the day. These low float stocks, you guys, you got to be quick with them, and you got to focus and keep tabs on them because they can pop and go like that. There's a lot of people, they can't They have a hard time trading low float stocks, I would say. Because if you're chasing after it, it's too late. You can't chase after low float stocks. That's when they can flush down on you and really destroy your account. With ESSC running, this is now running up to 25. It's in straight up euphoric mode right now. Low float, only 2.6 million. This thing's running on all cylinders right now. I could see this definitely running up 25, blowing over 25, running to 30. Sky's the limit on this name. SGMA. Let's talk about that one. Real fast opportunity on SGMA. If you scroll out on the chart, this was the #1 stock 3 days ago. And you could see every day now, it's been getting a quick rip to the upside. And it's been making like this triangle right at 13. 1350 gets a run up here to 1750. Then today comes down, holds 13 as support, and from 13 gets a nice rip up over $15. That's a nice over $2 run. ESSC's really running now. This thing could start skipping. It says the float is 14 million on Trade Ideas. On Street Smart Edge, it says 2.6 million. Yeah, that's a good run on ESSC. What's the volume? Wow, it's only got 5.3 million in volume on the day. Yeah, I think ESSC popped up for us on the scanners about an hour ago, right as it was holding up over that $20. So we've been keeping an eye on this as the day progresses. We're going into noon right now. Let's see here. Yeah, even on Thinkorswim, it says NTB, none to borrow. So there's no shares to borrow. There's hard to borrow on Street Smart Edge. Phenomenal run. I could also see there's still opportunity on AMC, most definitely. It looks like it's gearing up for a nice little push up over that 25. We can keep eyes on that later on in the day for a move. See if ESSC here gets a rip over 26 and starts making its way up to 30. Where's that HLBZ at? Did I throw that back up? Oh, yeah. We also had BLU was a nice little play today as well. This was the #1 stock yesterday. We had this on watch today as it was getting a nice little pullback near that $8 and just consolidating and gearing up, getting real tight. And today held up over that $8 once it got over it. Now it's pushing up to 850s. Nice slow and steady type of play. 50-cent opportunity to the upside. Not too bad. And then FHTX. I wanted to talk about this one real quick. Yesterday, this was on watch probably by a few traders. It had that look all day that it wanted to do something. I'm going to delete all my levels I drew out on it. As it was just pulling back super, super tight. This one was a really, really hard one to trade if you were to trade it. It set up, never popped, and then they rip it up to VWAP, making it look like they're going to pop it over VWAP, and then it failed VWAP right here at 17. They push it down $2 to 15, and then they run it from 15 to 21, up $6 a share the last 45 minutes of the trading day. So this one would have been a headache to trade, most definitely. Going into today, it's just been consolidating over that. It's been trying just underneath 18, but I think people are just going to give up on it, and it's going to fall back down to where it came from. ESSC starting to push down to that 24s. Still holding trend. That's the important thing. This can continue to hold up at the trend. That's good. So we had ESSC. Oh, and PPSI. This stock is still in range at that $8. Off of 8 up to 850. I mean, this is more of like a back burner type of play. Just keep eyes on it and observe it. But it's just slowly starting to really test that $8. It could fall through that 8 down to 750. This is another low float stock. These low float stocks, you gotta love them. I mean, you either hate low float stocks or you love low float stocks. When I was starting out learning and trading in the stock market, this is what I've learned to trade, were low float stocks, because that's what all of these other gurus would focus their attention on, are low float stocks. There is opportunity in them. Oh yeah, most definitely, but they can be risky as well. The longer these low float stocks hang around and they're in play for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the spread starts to get wider, and you got to start using limit orders a lot more and be careful with your size, because a stock with a large spread and it's a low float and light volume, it could effortlessly skip up $2, $3 a share and then fall $5 in a blink. So these can be tricky to trade, but if you practice at something, you pick up on patterns that you yourself see over and over again, that's where you capitalize on them. Have that mindset, guys. Live to trade another day. You want to show up tomorrow. And then before you know it, you'll have 5 years under your belt. Showing up every day, you've seen so many different market conditions, market cycles, setups, all kinds of different stocks running. And then you'll see all these different waves of people come in. You'll just see so many people come and go, come and go, come and go. You'll see a handful of people stick around and continue to show up. Those are the gems right there. The 10% that make it. You just gotta keep showing up. Even if you lose, continue to show up. I would say, I think it was Sykes who said, if you, by year 3, if you're not consistently making money yet, or you don't have those aha moments, then it's not for you. I would probably give up after 3 years. But we all learn at different paces. That's another thing. Some of us learn faster than others. Some of us learn by trial and error. It's just we're all different. Yeah, after AMC got beat down the last 3 days, it's having a nice green day today. It's just currently resting and consolidating right now, building up for that $25 test. It probably will test 25. If it can break over 25, this can definitely run 26, 27, 28, 29. I'd say just to be safe, 29. See how far ESSC pulls back here. This might set up later on. HLBZ, this pulled back a bit too far. I would have liked to have seen about this area right here hold up. What was that one? BFRI? Yeah, BFRI. This was the one yesterday. It had a nice trend all day from just under 6. It ran all the way up to over $8. And then it broke that trend and crumbled at the end of the day. I mean, all day this stock just held trend. Let me get my pen here. So it just held trend all day. And every time it would come to the trend, people buy. Until it breaks that trend. People buy and accumulate, buy and accumulate, buy and accumulate, sell into every single pop. And then once it breaks that trend, which it did right there, and starts to flush through, that's when everybody just starts dumping it because the trend's over with. And it's sold all the way down. But this is where it really comes in key in mind to look at bigger time frames. It looked like BFRI broke that trend there and fell apart. But if you look at the bigger time frame, like a 10-minute time frame, this overall is still holding a trend on a 10-minute. It's still trending to the upside. You could draw out a trend line from way back there. Your trend line's at 6. So this could fall all the way to 6 and still hold that trend. So BFRI today does exactly what it did yesterday. This morning from 6 trends all the way up to almost $8 a share. It's a nice $2 run there, all within the first hour of the day. What's the float on this? It's a 3.6 million float. That's not bad. ESSC's at VWAP at 23. Will it hold or will it fall through? That was a big topic that kept coming up today in the Discord here at Trading Learning 101. We kept talking about the process of becoming a day trader and how you have to trust in the process. And it's an everyday grind of showing up day in and day out, getting in that experience. Because it all comes with time, you guys. It all comes with time. The more you show up, the more you learn. You're seeing these tickers perform every day. You're getting used to the environment. You're getting used to yourself, your own characteristics. That's where you could really start molding the type of trader that you want to be. There's so many different opportunities in the stock market. It's all about knowing yourself and then revolving strategies based on what perks your interest, right? So some of us, we may not like stocks that trade at $20 a share. We like stocks that trade at 8 pennies, true penny stocks. That's the type, it just calls to you. You feel comfortable trading them. So always do what perks your interest. And if you see opportunity in something, that's what counts at the end of the day. For me, I see opportunity in low float, small cap stocks. I see patterns happen over and over and over again. I save these charts, study them for when it happens again. So I'm interested, what you guys have on the watch list this morning going into the open? This morning on the gap scanners, we didn't have anything gapping up that we liked. I think the only stock that was gapping up that we liked, it was like GTX, and I didn't even care for it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. GRTX, that was the name. Yeah, GRTX was the only stock gapping up on the scanners this morning that really had any type of potential, but I didn't care for it. See here this morning, right at 9:08, there is honestly zero stocks I have interest in on the gap scanners. I would pay attention to stocks that have gotten beaten down for reversals, bounces, but you have to be careful buying stocks with bad energy. GRTX, if you look at it, It would have like 40 million in volume pre-market. It's overcrowded. That's a lot of volume pumping into this. So normally when you have overcrowded stocks, it leads to randomness and it's a tug of war. You don't know which way it wants to go. The bulls and the bears are fighting. You know, you guys, you viewers that watch my content, I truly do learn a lot from you guys and the way you guys interact with the content that I make or my live streams. I mean, I'm always curious to see what you guys have to say as well. What's your guys' opinions? What's your guys' beliefs? And going back to what I was just talking about, I learned so much from my viewers and you guys is that what really hit home for me was that we all have different perspectives and we all look at things differently. And for me, as a person, as a man, and as a trader, I'm a thinker. I like to think and I like to have an open mind and get creative and think outside of the box. And with doing that and seeing how you guys interact with my content and channel, you're either with it or you're not, is what I've come to notice. So there will be some people that will come in, they'll have like no idea of what's going on in the stock market, day trading, swing trading. They're just completely oblivious to the world. And that's just simply because they're not educated, which isn't a bad thing. It's never a wrong time or a bad time to start learning about the stock market. But by educating yourself, learning about this game and the inner workings, how everything works, it starts to open up your mind to the possibilities and the potential and all of that. You see all of these different trading vehicles. You learn things about yourself. And I could say something and one of you guys could disagree with what I'm saying, and that's fine. That's totally fine. That's my belief and that's your belief, right? The only thing that matters at the end of the day, have an open mind, look at all possibilities, different beliefs, and always go for what your gut is telling you and where you see opportunity. That's the thing that matters right there, where you see opportunity. So one of you guys could call out something like James, SPY futures. You could see opportunity in SPY futures all day long. For me, I could pull it up and I couldn't see anything because it's an unknown territory for me pretty much. I've never traded futures in my career. Sure, I look at it, glance at it every morning, but I don't pay attention to it and break it down. Good opportunity shorting SPY. Check it on chart. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like the SPY's cracking down, falling through. It's got room to fall all the way down to its 50-day moving average. It's that time of the year. We're at the end of the 2021, end of the year. All of these hedge funds, portfolios, they're all going to be closing out positions, going and sitting on cash for the upcoming new year. Then we'll be going into the January effect. And that's another thing right there, what we were just talking about. What I just told you guys about hedge funds and institutions all closing out their positions to go cash. They're looking at their statistics. Did I make money this year? Did I lose money this year? All right, let's start preparing for the next year. We're going to go into a new year fresh, cash on hand, and we're going to start reinvesting. And next year is going to be our year. We're going to destroy it next year, they'll say. Thinking like that and putting things together like that, thinking outside of the box, that's what it takes. Having I would say, a creative mind, I would say, not being so closed-minded and stubborn. And even me myself, you guys, I'm still growing every day. It's a never-ending process and battle. I grow every day, not only as a man, but as a trader as well, a human being. And it all revolves around trading, stock market, the type of trader you are. I heard a few people talking about Tesla. Tesla was setting up a good opportunity for shorting. I started out slow out of a reason that you know of, but have slowly learned. I am beginning to become consistent trader. Just need to level up and study more. There you go, man. That's the battles you have to deal with. I can't fight those battles for you. So that's a thing to like think about. And that's why a lot of people lose and fail in this, because they don't know where to start, and then they don't know how to properly level up and challenge themselves. Some people just jump headfirst into this. No risk management. They bite off more than they can chew. They blow up their account a few times really fast, chasing after low float garbage, and then they give up and quit. And it all comes down to the type of person you are. You know, if you're a go-getter and you're a grinder, you have a really good work ethic, you have a chance. You have a chance at this. But if you're the type of person and you find yourself, you're jumping around from job to job, you can't hold a job for no more than 2 years before you're going off to something else, then I don't think you're probably going to make it, to be honest. Because you're probably going to try at this, you're going to fail, and then you're just going to give up because you think it's too hard. Futures are amazing. No PDT rule. Only need $50 to start trading. Huge profits to be made. I think I seen back like a year ago, if you guys know who Patrick Wyland is on YouTube, I think he dabbled in futures there for a moment. So yeah, I remember that. No PDT rule on futures. I do not believe in giving up. That's a good mindset to have, man. And it's really good and important to surround yourself with like-minded people. Yeah, HLBZ, this one's pretty much done for. It really needs to get up and above 850 to have any shot at getting momentum again. It just pulled back way too much. And then ESSC, man, this thing pulled all the way down here to 21 bucks just about. It's still holding trend. Look at the 10-minute. It's still holding trend. And another thing that I have come to realize and learn from being a content creator and a trader in the market, I can pull up these charts and quickly identify something or see an opportunity, and a viewer could see what I'm seeing and just be absolutely clueless in what I'm looking at. Like how I just pulled up ESSC here and said, yeah, it's still holding trend and holding up. They don't see that, or they could not see that. All they see are just red candles to the downside. So it's hard. It's real hard to, when I voice an opinion or talk about something or an opportunity, it can be hard to have somebody else comment and say, bro, that's a garbage stock. There ain't no opportunity there. That's trash. I mean, your belief is that this stock is trash. And that's okay. That's okay to have that belief. You're entitled to that. But based off of what you know, what experiences you've been through in life, that made your decision. But I see opportunity in this. And at the end of the day, once again, you guys, that's the only thing that matters. And by coming in every day, you guys, getting in that experience and that screen time, I mean, come on. I got currently right now 13 people watching this. So type yes or no if you agree or disagree about what I'm about to say here. Depending on how much time you've put into the stock market, every day you come in and get that screen time under your belt, you learn something new. Not only about the stock market, but about yourself. Yes or no? And that's what it all comes down to, you guys. Some people come into this, they think they need to watch that trading DVD, and it's going to tell them all the secrets, and they're going to be good. It's not all about that. It's about that grind. You got to show up just every day and put this time in. And I've come to the realization when I started this channel that I'm not going to be able to successfully help every single person make it in the stock market and as traders. 90% fail rate. When I first started making videos, I said, I'm going to change that. 90% fail rate? Wow, I made it. Why can't other people make it? And after putting the content out, getting all this time under my belt, you guys, and seeing just so many people come and go, it's come to the realization, like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to successfully teach every single person to be successful in this game. It's only a small handful of people that will actually pick it up and run with it. Because it's a grind. Yes, right on. Yes, yes. Highly agree. Have to have the time in. Screen time. Exactly, you guys. And I don't mean to go off and go on these rants and preach all the time. I just have that passion for this. And I like surrounding myself with like minded people and people that also have a passion for this. If you don't get excited on Monday morning for the stock market, this isn't for you. I dread the weekends, you guys. I honestly do. I hate Fridays. My favorite day of the week is Monday. So that's kind of the battles that I've been going through right now being a content creator is coming to the realization that everybody that comes into this, they're not going to have the same work ethic as you. And that's just the bottom line. You can't teach work ethic. You're you have to learn that as you're a child. So I was thinking too, going into the new year, 2022, I'm going to try different techniques and I'm still going to talk about psychology and all of that, but I'm not going to go on epic big rants on psychology, the mental aspect of it, because I already have all that documented. Now, now that I know I have the 10%, the handful of gems that continue to keep coming back to my channel, and they know that there's valuable, good education here, we can kick back, have fun, talk about technical analysis, stocks to keep on watch, because we love to keep eye out for opportunity. That's what we do here. Every day we show up, we have a watch list of stocks that us as a group are keeping eyes on for any opportunity, and we patiently sit and wait for it. And by surrounding yourself with a tight community, we're all very well disciplined. We continue to practice good discipline every day in the chat. This helps you. It helps you stay on top of your game. So, yeah, I'm always going to be here in the Discord reminding you guys, like right now, for example, hey guys, it's dead lunch hours. If you have profits, protect them. Good little reminders like that. Hawk says PTPI registered a shelf offering right after they closed a 10 million share offering. Laugh out loud. Those pharma stocks make their revenue off their shareholders, not the products. Exactly, Hawk. Exactly. All pharmaceutical stocks are. They're money hungry. Uh, they're just money hungry monsters. Let's see what you guys saying here. Same, I'm always looking over charts and then wanting to see, test what I learned. That's a good way. That's definitely, yeah. If you see a reoccurring pattern on the charts and everything you look at, and that's what's super key there, Jack to the T's, that's where you yourself see opportunity. Other people could look right over that. They don't see opportunity in that. And that's where it comes down to people out there who sell trading strategies. That's why a lot of people fail. We all look at charts differently. We all have different risk reward ratios. And we've talked about it many times. Some people, they can freak out about a stock that rips. Like SGMA here, it just ripped up effortlessly 50 cent. And now it's pulling back 25 cent. Somebody who doesn't consider their size, that could freak them out if they buy 5,000 shares of this or 1,000 shares. Versus, someone who's watching a penny stock like what, BLU, for example. This stock is moving, about 15 cent at a time. So you can easily manage your risk a lot better with a stock like this. It's frustrating waiting until Monday, haha. Yeah, all the anticipation building up. You get excited, and then right before that market opens on Monday, then you got to check yourself. Be like, hey, don't get caught up in the excitement. I know I just waited 2 days and have not traded in 2 days, but I got to chill. Let this market open up. And it's little things like that, guys. Little tiny things like that. There's so many little things like that to know and learn about. And the only way to go through it is by trial and error. There's no like textbook handbook like, hey, if you do this, you got to do this and you'll be successful. It's an everyday grind. I don't talk much. I like to listen, so talk all you want. It is appreciated. Yeah, but there are times I get too carried away and I really go hardcore. I just have a different perspective and I look at things differently than the average Joe. That's the way you want to be in this game. I don't want to see what everybody else is seeing because I know everybody else is losing money, right? I want to think differently and outside of the box. And sure, yeah, it can be tough seeing the trolls come in here and people comment negative things, but at the end of the day, are they making me money? No, I'm making myself money, and that's all that matters. So the only thing I should worry about is what I think, because I know what I think, it makes me money. Every day, every week. What I think and the ideas I have consistently put money in my pocket. And that's the only thing I should worry about. And you guys should have the same mindset. So don't let those negative comments and trolls get you down, or just stay far away from negative people because they're miserable. They talk miserable because they're miserable, right? Or if you hear somebody talk nonstop about somebody and just bash them and bash them and bash them, they're jealous. You want to get good at being a trader? Start looking at learning how to be a better human being, a better person. That's the secret right there. Let me pull up this PTPI. Yeah, this thing got beat down. Isn't this isn't an OTC stock? PTPI? No, it's on the NASDAQ. Let's see here. We pull up the news. Run through here real quick. December 2nd, they closed on a $10 million offering. Then they announced positive over-the-counter. Then on December 11th, they announced a $10 million offering. And then on the 13th, they file for a resale of up to 3.8 million shares. So that's proof in the pudding right there, you guys. And this is a pharmaceutical stock. These pharmaceutical stocks, they're just money hungry. They always need money. So they're going to do whatever it takes to raise it. Hey, look at you, Calvin. Ever since I wrote out a plan and followed it, my trading has become consistent. Your trading, your ideas have become consistent, I would say. Because when you observe the stock market, like what I do every morning when we do the pre-market prep with you guys, what do? We observe the battlefield and we put together strategic plans. I want to see the stock hold this level, push up to this, break up through that, hold this area. All pre-market. And then when that market opens and the bell rings, ding, 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 I just observe the field. I want to see these stocks playing out every move I was thinking and putting together pre-market. If I see that majority of the stocks I planned out are moving to levels that I've seen, bouncing off of them, pushing up through, this is where I get my confidence and my conviction. Once I've seen now that, let's say, 8 out of the 10 stocks have done exactly as I planned out pre-market, then I'm in line with the market. I'm in sync. Now I can get more confidence in myself to pull the trigger on a trade. I got a high confidence. Versus if I plan everything out and market opens and I'm seeing everything across the board do exactly opposite of what I've planned, that's a sign I have to pick up on and say, hey, Mr. Wolf, everything you planned out isn't working. I think you might want to pay attention to that. And chances are, if I take a trade, I'm probably going to be wrong. Little things like that, you guys, that's what separates you from everybody else. And We always go back and talk about new people. They don't know to think like that, right? How do they even know to think like that? They have no experience, no beliefs, no experience. It all comes with due time. And that's where being a part of a community, it really helps with your learning curve, because you have all kinds of people interacting with each other, and you'll find yourself, you'll go through a lot of experiences that other traders have went through. And this is where you develop your beliefs, and you'll share your beliefs with that person, and then they'll share their beliefs with you. And then from that, you can conclude how different people react to situations. Right on? That's what I love about doing this, you guys. And I enjoy it when you guys comment and participate in the chat and ask questions. We think, we talk about it, we grow. That's what it's all about. AMC's trying to run up and test that 25. See, just as we planned out about what? About 20 minutes ago, we pulled up AMC and we said it's just consolidate right now. So we're going to want to see it run up, test that, probably that 25. And then if it busts up through that, that's when it can run to 26, 27. So you see, just by sitting here with you guys, I'm still working and putting together plans. And I want to see these stocks move up through my levels and my plans and ideas. And again, this is where you get your confidence. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to understand. Because they see something like ESSC run like this, and then it crumble and fall apart as it did. And then they look back, and this is a popular question I get all the time. They say, well, how do you even know ESSC had the potential to run up that much? How do you know? And it's the same answer every time, you guys. By being here every day, you just see it. You see it happen over and over and over and over again. A perfect example. This morning, SGMA. See how it ripped up like that with the momentum? And then it crumbled and it gave everything back? Well, ESSC, pretty much the same story. The same exact story. So by doing this over and over and over and over again, you get used to the environment and what could happen. And then that's when you could start anticipating a big move before it happens, because you've seen it time and time again. Nowhere else, you guys are going to hear anybody talk about the stuff I talk to you guys about. Nowhere else. Trading isn't all about technicals and chart patterns. It's all about your mindset. It's all in your head. No indicator is going to make you money. No strategy from a guru is going to make you money. Only you are going to make yourself money by your beliefs. Same thing Mark Douglas talks about all the time in his books. Your beliefs dictate the type of trader you will be. Just to give you guys a heads up, I might have to bail out here in the next 10 minutes. I got somebody coming over today to look at my water heater, so he should be showing up here at any moment. Either I'll end the stream or I'll just put you guys on pause for a moment and take care of him and then come back. I still think there's some good opportunity out here. Man, that ESSC, this could be a good bounce, but you gotta let it bottom out and ride that momentum if it happens. So this is worth keeping an eye on for any type of momentum. Don't try to predict when it will reverse. Don't try to bottom pick. Keep in mind, it just ran up from $10 nonstop all the way up to $26. So yeah, it's going to have a huge crash down. BLU, this bad boy is still in play. It's still perking up and gearing up. Next level it's looking to break is that 850. And if we break 850, yeah, we could see it run up. 875, $9. There's still opportunity there. BLU is taking its time. Definitely a lot of good opportunity there. SGMA, this bad boy's still in play too. It's been testing that $14 all day. It tested 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it tested 14. And it's still holding up 1350. So at the end of the day, SGMA, this could run up over 14. 1450, 15, 16. The potential's there. And this is how, guys, again, you anticipate it before it happens. And this is the painstaking part of the job. You just have to sit here and monitor it. Just sit here, sit on your hands, and wait. That's the hardest part. Peace out, Calvin. Have a good day out there, man. Be safe. Thanks for tuning into the stream today. I'll see you tomorrow, my dude. So yeah, SGMA, that's still got opportunity on it. Of course, AMC still has opportunity. We can keep PPSI on the back burner. This has opportunity. This could rip to 850, 9, 950, 10. Just got to keep eyes on it. DWAC, this has been hovering just below that $50. You could tell it wants it. Definitely. It tested 50 there, and that blue dotted line, you guys, That's the previous day's close. So that's another area of interest. And it's just been hovering just below that resistance. So this could blow up through that 50, get a few dollar rip on it. The potential is there. That's what it's all about, guys. Blowing through your watch list, throwing these stocks up, breaking them down quickly, seeing if there's any more opportunity. If you see good opportunity and potential in the setup, throw it on your watch list. Keep revisiting it throughout the day. See how it's setting up. AMC's running up right now. I'm testing that 25. But I want to thank you guys for tuning into the stream today, hanging out, chit-chatting, catching up on the recap, what stocks popped off today. And it's only Tuesday. We still have 3 days left in the trading week. We're slowly closing out 2021. Going into 2022, like we've talked about and mentioned, I'm looking more forward to putting out more content for you guys and being a lot more, I would say, chit chat with you guys one-on-one in the chat while we stream. I want to hear and see what you guys are thinking, what your beliefs are in the markets, because like we've said, you guys help me learn just as you guys learn from me. A lot of good opportunity out here. Definitely. Keep an eye always in the market, you guys. I got to get ready for this guy that's about to be showing up. But be safe out there. Have that mindset, live to trade another day. And do not let one trade take you out. As I always say, have that patience, have that discipline, study, study, study. Later, you